All right, everybody, we are now on to the potato bread. I have leftover mashed potatoes from last night's dinner. All I did so far is took a stick and a half of sweet cream, salted butter, melted it, added it to the mashed potatoes, and whipped it up. And that butter helped to warm up the potatoes a little bit. Okay, now here's what you're going to need. You're going to need sour cream. Just a half a container of this. Okay? So, I have my container right here. Now, even though you're putting sour cream here in the potatoes, you're going to have sour cream in the other thing that you're going to be adding to this. Okay? So you're going to have a good amount of sour cream in this bread. Now look at that. See how creamy? Now, here's what you're going to do now. You're gonna move that out of the way. Move the flour. And then you're going to take the other half of that sour cream, egg, and cottage cheese mixture. Add that into here. And mix that up. Alright, now, here's the next part of this. This is where you add your yeast. Okay? You're going to add the yeast in there. Make sure you get that all out of there. That's why I'm wearing gloves. I always wear gloves when I cook. Now, this is a great way to use up those leftover mashed potatoes. Now, what you could do instead of adding the yeast into this, you could take this, just add a little bit of sifted all-purpose flour, and make potato pancakes with this. Okay? But I'm making a bread, so I need the yeast in there. So you get that yeast mixed in there. Alright, give me a second. Okay, now I went to a larger bowl because I knew I had to add the flour. Now you have to sift your flour to make all your breads. But so far I have 2 cups of flour in here, so I know I'm going to need more, but I want to start off slow with 2 cups. Also, the atmosphere, temperature of your household also comes to play in this. Okay? So, temperature of your house plus the environment plays a huge part in how much flour you need for your dough. Okay, I'm adding my 4th cup of flour now. So now I'm moving to using my hands. You can use a stand mixer if you want to, but I like doing this most of the time with my hands, because that way I get a better feel for it. So, but yeah, just keep adding the flour until you get a nice firm, soft dough. Okay? Then once you get this dough made, you're going to let it rest in the bowl for about 2 hours. That way it'll have a chance to rise, double its size, and then you're going to punch it down and form it into buns, hot dog buns, hamburger buns, loaf of bread. You can use it to make pizza dough, whatever you want. And then basically you have, after you make your buns and your bread, you let that rise again, and then you bake it at 350 until golden brown, and when you take it out, the bottom is golden brown, and when you thump on the bottom of the buns or the loaf of bread and it sounds hollow, that means it's done. But like I said, that's, that's how it goes. Now everybody makes bread differently, but this is how I do it. This is how my mom taught me how to do it. All right, cup number 5 going in. So I'm probably gonna need at least 8 cups of flour for this. So, because it's a soft dough, but it's gonna be a nice dough. Yeah, I'm right-handed, but I'm doing this with my left hand. As you can see, it's already starting to come into a dough, but it's still very sticky. Yeah, that last cup I didn't sift. Sorry about that. Alright, so far I've added 7 cups of flour. So, you're probably going to need, depending on temperature of the house and everything, you're probably going to need 8 to 10 cups of flour sifted. So, normally I usually have my flour sifted and ready ahead of time. I didn't have the chance to do that this time. But if you make this, try to have your flour ready to go ahead of time, and yeah, that'll just make life easier for you. But right now I'm doing it this way. You need enough flour so that it's not sticky anymore and that it comes into a nice smooth dough. And this is good because 1, you're using up your leftovers, and 2, you can make a loaf of bread, and then you can make hamburger buns, hot dog buns. You can even use this to make bagels. And yes, you can use it to make pretzels. You can use it to make pizza dough. You can make flatbread with it. You can literally do anything you want with this. Alright, need more flour. now it's starting to come together. Yes. And just keep kneading it like this in the bowl. You can knead it on a marble board or cutting board or whatever you want, or even on just your counter or your table. But I'm doing it in the bowl because, well, that's me. Alright, here it is. Nice, smooth, soft ball of dough. Just coat it with a little extra virgin olive oil, cover it with a towel, let it rise for a couple hours, and then you can do your next step, which is either make a loaf of bread, make your buns. You can make dinner rolls out of this. You can make literally anything you want out of this. So that'll be totally up to you. But you got the bread dough recipe. So there you go. All right, everybody. I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're new. And don't forget to comment, like, and share. And if you're on my other social medias, you know what to do. Watch the video all the way through. Press all the buttons. Repost. Comment. Like. And follow. Alright. Come back if you want more wonderful recipes like this. Alright, everybody. Next, when I get all my bread stuff baked, I will do another video to let you see how it came out. And if you utilize this potato bread recipe, come back and tell me in the comments how it came out. Don't forget, bake it at 350 degrees until the bottom is golden brown, and when you thump on it, it sounds hollow. Alright? Alright, everybody. See you in the next one.